Listen to me. There's a power inside you. A strength that was put there not by man, not by luck, but by purpose. You didn't come into this world empty. You came into this world with everything you need to fight, to grow, to win. But most people, they never tap into it. They live based on their circumstances, not their capacity. They live based on how they feel, not on what they're capable of. But not you. Not anymore. There's something in you bigger than your excuses, stronger than your fear, deeper than your pain. That something is your inner strength. And it's time to find it. It's time to activate it. It's time to stop looking outside for the answers and start digging inside for the power. Life is going to hit. It's going to hit hard. You're going to face setbacks, loss, betrayal, struggle, and pain. But those things aren't here to break you. They're here to reveal you, to show you what you're really made of, to wake up the warrior inside. You don't know your true power until it's tested. You don't know your strength until life challenges it. And when it does, you better be ready to rise. Don't wait for someone to save you. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for permission. Everything you need is already within you. The strength, the focus, the fire, it's in you. But you have to choose to unlock it. You have to choose to believe that you were built for this, that your story matters, that your fight is not in vain. So stop playing small. Stop doubting yourself. Stop letting fear call the shots. You weren't created to be average. You were created to be exceptional. And that means you got to dig deep. You got to push harder. And you got to trust that when you fall, you got what it takes to get back up. Find your inner strength and never look back. You were born with everything you need. Your strength is already inside you. This truth might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful realizations you will ever come to in your life. The world will try to convince you that you're lacking, that you need something external. Money, approval, validation, credentials, permission before you can be great. But I'm here to tell you, you came into this world equipped with resilience, equipped with heart, equipped with purpose. There is nothing missing in you. From the moment you were born, you had inside of you the seeds of greatness. And the challenge of life isn't to go searching outside for the tools, it's to dig deep and find what's already within. Think about this. A seed doesn't have to go shopping for what it needs to become a tree. It doesn't have to borrow roots or leaves or bark. Everything it needs is already in the seed, but it has to go through the dirt. It has to push against the pressure of the soil. It has to fight through darkness, resist the pull of gravity, and grow toward the light. That's what you were born to do. And every challenge you face isn't here to destroy you. It's here to develop you. It's here to unlock what's been lying dormant inside of you. Your potential is real, but it requires resistance to be realized. The problem is too many people are looking for confirmation of their strength before they act. They want to feel ready. They want to feel confident. They want someone to tell them they're good enough. But that's not how strength works. Strength isn't something you wait to feel before you move. Strength is something that shows up when you commit. When you say, I'm not waiting on motivation, I'm moving on. Strength doesn't announce itself before the battle. It shows up in the middle of the fight. When you're tired, when you're scared, when you're uncertain, that's when strength kicks in. You don't need more time. You don't need more approval. You don't need the perfect conditions. You need a decision that you are enough, that you have enough, that you were born for this moment. When a lion is born, it doesn't go to school to learn how to be fierce. It's in the DNA. It's in the blood. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become who you already are. But here's the challenge. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. That means you gotta act like the person you're becoming even before the results show up. You gotta walk like it, talk like it, think like it, train like it, show up like it. You gotta believe that you are powerful even when you're still surrounded by weakness. You've gotta carry yourself with strength even when you feel scared. Why? Because what you practice in private becomes who you are in public. What you nurture in silence becomes what you manifest in success. Don't underestimate what's already in you just because you haven't fully seen it yet. Some of the greatest diamonds in the world look like rocks when they're first pulled out of the ground. But that doesn't change their value. They just need to be refined. And guess what? You're no different. That grind you're going through, it's not punishment, it's preparation. It's the process required to bring the brilliance out of you. You got to stop looking at your past as proof that you're not enough. Your past doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. Every time you got back up, every time you chose to keep going, every time you faced pain and pushed through, that was strength in motion. You weren't weak in those moments. You were being forged in fire. You were learning what you're made of. And now you got to stop forgetting what you survived. You got to remind yourself that if you made it through that, you can make it through this. When you understand that you already have what it takes, you stop chasing. You stop begging. You stop comparing. You stop scrolling through everybody else's highlight reels, thinking they've got something you don't. You realize that the same fire that drives world changes is already in you. And when you commit to fanning that flame, when you stop sleeping on your potential and start waking up your power, you become unstoppable. Your power isn't in your circumstances. It's in your character. It's in your mindset. It's in the choices you make when no one is watching. And the more you lean into that truth, the less you'll be shaken by what's going on around you. You'll stop waiting for life to get easier, and you'll start becoming stronger because you realize that storms don't scare people who know they're built to endure them. It's easy to talk strength when life is good, when the money's flowing, when the relationships are thriving, when your plans are working. But real strength shows up when life doesn't go your way, when you get rejected, when you fail, when everything you counted on falls apart. And in that moment, when you've got nothing but your grit and your God-given purpose, that's when you discover the truth. Your strength was never in the stuff. Your strength was always in you. Some of you are waiting for someone to believe in you before you step out. But let me tell you, if you're waiting for the world to validate your gift, you might be waiting forever. Sometimes the world won't see it until you show it. So stop hiding. Stop shrinking. Stop holding back because of fear. Fear isn't the absence of strength, it's the invitation to unlock it. Feel the fear. Anyway, walk through the door, even if your knees are shaking. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that fear won't stop you. You were born to lead, to impact, to build, to fight. And none of those things require perfection. They require permission from you. Give yourself permission to rise, to stretch, to grow, to stumble, to get back up. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You just need to be willing to show up every day with intention and intensity. That's where strength is born. So today I'm challenging you. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more making excuses. Look in the mirror and recognize what's already there. A fighter, a champion, a survivor, a leader. Everything you need is already in your DNA, but you gotta claim it. You gotta own it. You've gotta act on it. And when you do, you'll look back and realize the strength you were searching for was never lost. It was just waiting for you to believe. You must understand that your pain has a purpose. It's not random. It's not pointless. The moments that broke you, the tears that fell in silence, the rejection, the failure, the disappointment, all of it matters. Every ounce of it. But the problem is we're taught to run from pain. We're taught to avoid it, to numb it, to pretend it doesn't exist. But what if I told you that your pain is the doorway to your power? That the very thing you think disqualifies you is what actually qualifies you. See, when you go through something hard, something deep, something personal, that pain is not just happening to you, it's happening for you. Pain is a teacher. And some lessons you can't learn from books or mentor or video. Some lessons are etched into your soul through adversity. When life hits you in the chest and knocks the wind out of you, it's teaching you who you are. It's not the good times that make you stronger, it's the struggle. The pain reveals what's inside you. It reveals your fight, your grit, your hunger. And if you lean into it, if you don't quit in it, it will sharpen you into someone who can handle the weight of your destiny. You've got to stop seeing pain as punishment. It's not God's way of saying you're not good enough. It's his way of preparing you. Think about it. Every champion you admire, every leader who inspires you, every person who overcame the odds, they've got a story. And in that story is pain. You don't get to glory without going through some grief. You don't get to purpose without walking through the process. So when you're in pain, instead of asking why me, start asking what is this teaching me? Start asking how is this preparing me for what's next? Because pain has a way of stripping away what doesn't matter. When you're going through it, you stop caring about impressing people. You stop chasing empty validation. You stop being distracted by things that don't align with your calling. Pain brings clarity. Pain focuses you. Pain wakes you up. It makes you realize what's real. It makes you dig deep, and that's why it's necessary. You don't find your inner strength when everything is easy. You find it when everything is hard and you keep showing up. Some of the greatest breakthroughs come on the other side of the deepest pain. But most people give up before they get there. They fold under the pressure. They curse the pain instead of learning from it. They let the hurt stop them instead of fuel them. But not you. You're going to be different. You're going to decide that your pain has value. You're going to take that pain and let it push you, not paralyze you. You're going to use that pain to build something stronger. Because you're not a victim, you're a vessel. And vessels carry things. You carry purpose. You carry vision. But you got to go through some pressure to be ready to carry it. The weight you feel isn't proof that you're weak. It's proof that there's something powerful in you. That pain is shaping you into the version of yourself that can handle the greatness you were called to. But you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to trust that what you're walking something in you. It may not feel good, but it's doing good. You may not understand it now, but one day you'll look back and see that the pain had a plan. There's a reason you didn't quit when you wanted to. There's a reason you made it through things. That's a reason you made it through things. That's not coincidence. That's not luck. That's purpose. There's a reason you're still breathing, still standing, still fighting. You got something to give. You got something to say. You got something to become. But it requires pain. It requires struggle. It requires pressing past what's comfortable. You've got to stop praying for an easy life and start praying for the strength to handle a hard one. Because it's in the hard life that you grow. It's in the hard moments that your faith is stretched. It's in the hard battles that you find out you got more in you than you ever thought possible. And once you realize that pain is not your enemy, it becomes your ally. It becomes the fire that forges your character, the pressure that develops your patience, the hardship that builds your humility. Every time you got back up, that was strength. Every time you kept going with tears in your eyes, that was growth. Every time you forgave when it would have been easier to hate, that was power. Pain doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. It doesn't destroy you. It develops you if you let it. But you got to stop pretending you don't hurt. You've got to be real. Stop masking your pain with distractions and then not face it. Own it. Heal from it. Grow through it. Because unprocessed pain will poison your purpose. You can't carry bitterness and breakthrough at the same time. You can't carry rage and rise at the same time. You've got to release the pain so you can step into power. Not by ignoring it, but by confronting it. By doing the work, by looking the hurt in the face and saying, you didn't defeat me. You built me. You built me. You built me. That's the shit. When you move from asking, why did this happen to me? To saying that this is happening through me. That's when pain becomes purpose. That's when struggle becomes strength. That's when the wounds become wisdom. But you got to make that choice. You've got to choose to believe that what you went through wasn't in vain, that your story matters, that your scars are sacred, that everything the enemy meant for evil can turn to good. Because here's what's real. Somebody is waiting on your testimony. Somebody needs your story. Somebody is stuck in their pain, and they need to know that it's possible to overcome. You don't go through what you've been through just for yourself. You go through it so you can pull somebody else out. You survive so you can serve. You rise so you can reach. You find strength so you can help others find theirs. That's the beauty of pain with purpose. It doesn't just transform you. It transforms everyone you touch. But it starts with the decision to see pain differently, to stop cursing the season you're in and start understanding its value. Because once you realize that pain is a path, not a prison, you'll stop avoiding it and start growing through it. Your greatest strength may come from your deepest wound, but only if you let it. Only if you refuse to stay stuck in the pain. Only if you decide that your story is not over. Only if you choose to keep climbing even with bruises, to keep running even with scars, to keep fighting even when you feel tired. That's strength. That's resilience. That's purpose rise from pain. So whatever you're facing right now, don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Let it refine you. Let it reveal you. Let it develop the version of you that this world desperately needs. You were born for more than comfort. You were born to conquer. And pain is just one more step in that process. Embrace it. Learn from it, grow through it, and never forget, your pain has a purpose. When you choose to believe in yourself, truly believe in who you are and what you're capable of, you unlock a power that nobody else can give you and nobody else can take away. It's not arrogance. It's not pride. It's a quiet confidence that whispers, I was born for this. Most people are waiting for someone else to validate them, to tell them they're good enough, to give them permission to pursue their dream. But you don't need permission. You don't need someone to co-sign your destiny. You have to be the one who decides that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you have what it takes, even when the world says otherwise. Believing in yourself is not about ignoring your flaw. It's about accepting your flaws and still knowing that you're built for greatness. It's about understanding that no one else can walk your path, fight your battles, or live your life. And because of that, no one else gets to define your limits. Too often, we hand people power over us. We allow their opinions to determine how far we'll go. But the truth is, people can only limit you if you believe them. And when you stop believing them, you take back that power. Belief is a mindset. It's a daily decision. Choosing to see potential where others see problems. Choosing to see progress in the process. It's choosing to keep going even when everything in you wants to quit. Most people think belief is about feeling good all the time. But belief is not a feeling. It's a decision you make again and again, even when fear, even when doubt tries to drown out your dreams. Even when doubt tries to drown out your dream. Even when failure tries to define you. Let's be clear. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you'll always win. It means you won't quit. It means you'll get up after every loss. You'll adjust, you'll grow, and you'll go again. Every successful person you admire, every leader you look up to, every person who has done something meaningful, at some point they had to believe in themselves when nobody else did. They had to look in the mirror and say, I can do this, even when their circumstances said they could. They had to push through rejection, through fear, through setbacks, and that's what set them apart. See, your belief in yourself is like fuel. When it's strong, it will take you places, but when it's weak, it will stall you. That's why you can't wait for someone else to cheer you on. You have to be your own biggest fan. You have to hype yourself up. You have to speak life into your goals, into your vision, into your journey. You have to replace negative self-talk with truth, with affirmation, with purpose. Because if you don't believe in you, who will? Too many people have allowed the voice of their past to drown out the voice of their future. They've been told they're not smart enough, not talented enough, not good enough, and they believed it. But just because someone said it doesn't mean it's true. Just because it happened before doesn't mean it has to happen again. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are who you decide to become. And it starts with belief. Believing in yourself means seeing yourself beyond where you are. It means seeing what's possible, not just what's present. It means having the audacity to dream big, even if your current situation looks small. And yes, people will call you crazy. They'll say you're unrealistic. They'll try to bring you back down to their level. But that's not your problem. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to keep moving, to keep growing, to keep believing. You don't need to have it all figured out to believe in yourself. You don't need every answer. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need faith the size of a mustard seed. You just need the willingness to take the next step. You just need the courage to try. And if you do that consistently, the path will unfold. The doors will open. The opportunities will come. But it all starts with belief. And let's not pretend that belief is easy. It's not. Especially when life has hit you hard. Especially when you've been through trauma, through heartbreak, through disappointment. Especially when you failed over and over again. But belief isn't about ignoring reality. It's about refusing to be ruled by it. It's about saying, yes, I've been through some things, but I still believe in who I am. I still believe I have more in me. And I still believe the best is yet to come. You got to get to the place where your inner voice is stronger than the outside noise, where your internal vision is clearer than the external chaos, where your heart is louder than the haters. That kind of belief doesn't come overnight. It's built, it's earned. It's developed through discipline, through repetition, through failing and getting back up, through reminding yourself daily that you are chosen, that you are powerful, that you were born with purpose. Because here's the truth, your life will fall to the level of your belief. If you think small, you'll live small. If you think limited, you'll live limited. But if you think big, if you think bold, if you think unstoppable, then that's the kind of life you'll live. And the difference is not talent. It's not resources. It's not even luck. The difference is belief. Every breakthrough you want, every dream you chase, every obstacle you face, it all starts with the belief that you can overcome it. So, what are you waiting for? Stop waiting for the right time, for the perfect plan, for somebody to tell you you're enough. You're already enough. You're already equipped. You're already capable. But you have to decide to believe it, to walk in it, to live it. Don't let fear talk you out of your future. Don't let failure keep you stuck. Don't let comparison kill your confidence. Your journey is yours. Your purpose is yours. Your race is yours. And every single day you get up and choose belief, you get one step closer to that purpose. You get one step stronger, one step bolder, one step wiser, because belief compounds. It grows, it builds, it multiplies, and over time that belief becomes unshakable. It becomes a foundation. It becomes a fire inside you that nothing can put out. So start today. Speak life over yourself. Write down your dreams. Look in the mirror and say, I believe in you. Say it until you mean it. Say it until you mean it. Say it until your actions align with your words. Say it until belief becomes your default setting. Because you don't need to wait for someone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. And when you do that, when you truly, deeply, unshakably believe, you become unstoppable. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. Because you've learned that the most powerful force in your journey is not what happens to you, what you believe about yourself. Believe that you are worthy. Believe that you are strong. Believe that you are enough. And watch how your world begins to change. Life is full of challenges. Every single person walking this earth faces trials, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. Some of those challenges are external loss, failure, poverty, rejection. Others are internal: fear, insecurity, self-doubt, emotional pain. What separates those who rise from those who remain stuck isn't talent or luck. It's the ability to persevere. It's the decision every single day to keep going, no matter how heavy the burden, no matter how steep the climb, no matter how dark the road. True inner strength reveals itself in moments of adversity. It's easy to be confident when everything is going well, but real strength is proven when the storms of life come and you choose not to fold. Perseverance isn't about never getting tired. It's about pressing forward even when you are. It's the voice inside you that whispers, just one more step. It's waking up each morning with determination, even after a night filled with tears. It's choosing not to let your circumstances dictate your future. Too many people quit just before the breakthrough. They give up a moment before things begin to shift. That's why perseverance is not just a nice idea, it's a necessity. If you want to grow, to evolve, to live out your potential, you have to decide that quitting is not an option. Perseverance starts in the mind. It begins with the belief that the situation can and will get better. That belief fuels action, and action creates momentum. But the moment you stop believing, everything starts to unravel. You begin to justify quitting. You begin to make peace with mediocrity. You begin to tolerate a life far below your potential. Well, that's not who you were created to be. You were created to endure, to grow through what you go through, to rise from what was meant to break you. And yeah, some seasons will test you in ways you didn't expect. There will be moments when you'll question everything, your path, your decisions, even your worth. You'll look around and wonder why you're not further along, why things aren't falling into place, why it feels like everyone else is winning but you. In those moments, your perseverance will be your anchor. It will remind you that this is not the end, and that pain is temporary. That progress often comes disguised as struggle. There's something powerful that happens when you decide to endure. You stop being controlled by your feelings and start being guided by your purpose. You understand that difficulty is not the enemy, it's the trainer. Every hardship you face is shaping you, molding you, preparing you. The pressure you feel isn't meant to crush you, it's meant to build you. Diamonds aren't made in comfort, they're made in pressure. Trees don't grow in perfect conditions, they grow because they push through the soil toward the light. And your greatness will not come from avoiding adversity. It will come from outlasting it. Perseverance is about showing up again and again and again, even when you don't see results yet, even when it feels like nothing is changing, even when you feel like giving up would be easier, because the truth is giving up is easy. Anyone can do that. It takes no courage to walk away, but staying the course, pushing forward when there's no applause, that takes strength. That takes character. That takes faith. And faith is often the companion of perseverance. Faith says, I don't see how this ends, but I trust that it does. Faith says, I don't know how this works out, but I believe there's a reason I'm still staying. Faith gives you the ability to walk through uncertainty with purpose. It gives you the courage to continue even when there are no guarantees. And that's the essence of perseverance, the courage to continue. Some of the greatest victories in life come not from brilliance, but from endurance, from refusing to quit, from being the last one standing, from outlasting the fear, the doubt, the difficulty. Think about a marathon. Not everyone runs fast. Not everyone finishes with ease. But the ones who cross the finish line, the ones who endure the pain, the cramping, the exhaustion, they experience a level of triumph that those who quit never will. And that's what perseverance does for your life. It allows you to cross finish lines that most people never see. But here's the thing. Perseverance isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. It's the decision to get out of bed on a hard morning. It's the choice to keep showing up to work when you feel invisible. It's taking care of your family even when you're exhausted. It's saying yes, sir, to your goals one more time, even after 100 setbacks. It's keeping your head up when everything in you wants to hang it low. These moments of quiet strength are what build resilience. They are what strengthen your soul. They are what separate those who talk about greatness from those who live it. You can't wait to feel strong before you start persevering. You have to choose perseverance, and through it, you become strong. It's like working a muscle. The more you push, the more you develop. The more you endure, the more you grow. And that's why every difficult season you face is an opportunity, not a punishment. It's a chance to build something in you that nothing can take away. It's also important to understand that perseverance isn't about going alone. Sometimes enduring means reaching out for help, means leaning on your community. It means being honest about your struggles while still being committed to your progress. Don't confuse perseverance with pride. You don't have to pretend to be okay to prove your strength. True strength is found in vulnerability, being willing to say, this is hard, but also, I'm not stopping. That balance is what makes perseverance sustainable. The people who changed the world aren't the ones who had an easy road. They're the ones who stayed on the road. They're the ones who faced rejection, failure, obstacles, and still kept moving. They're the ones who didn't let a closed door be the final word. They knocked again or found a new door or built one from scratch. That's the power of perseverance. It opens doors that determination alone can't. Because perseverance is not just about pushing harder, it's about lasting longer, outlasting the discomfort, outlasting the doubt, outlasting the opposition. And the more you persevere, the more confidence you build. You start to trust yourself. You start to realize that you're stronger than you thought, that you've survived things you once thought would break you, that you've made it through nights you thought would never end, would never end. That kind of confidence can't be bought, can't be taught. It has to be earned through experience, through the daily decision to keep going. So the next time you face a setback, remember this, it's not a sign to stop, it's a test. It's a test of your perseverance. The next time you feel like giving up, understand that you're being given a chance to grow. That moment, that feeling, it's a doorway to strength. And every time you walk through it, you come out better, wiser, more equipped for what's ahead. Perseverance isn't just about success. It's about transformation. It changes you from the inside out. It refines your character. It sharpens your vision. It makes you more grateful, more grounded, more compassionate. Because when you walk through the fire and come out stronger, you no longer fear the flame. You respect it, but you don't run from it. You face it with courage, knowing you've already proven to yourself that you can endure. In the end, perseverance is what turns dreams into reality. It's what turns potential into purpose. It's what separates the ones who talk from the ones who do. So whatever you're facing right now, don't give up. Don't retreat. Don't settle. Keep showing up. Keep fighting. Keep believing. You're stronger than you know. And if you just keep going, one step at a time, you'll get there. Not because it was easy, but because you didn't quit. There is an undeniable truth that many people fail to acknowledge in their daily lives. True strength does not come from your physical ability, your intelligence, or your achievements. Real strength comes from knowing your purpose. It comes from waking up every morning with a clear reason for why you do what you do. When you know your why, you gain access to a level of motivation, resilience, and focus that is nearly impossible to shake. Life gets difficult for everyone, but those who know their purpose can navigate life's toughest battles with a sense of direction and unshakable resolve. People often confuse activity with purpose. They get caught up in being busy and chasing money, success, approval, or status without ever truly asking themselves why they're doing it. They work hard, but they feel empty. They achieve goals, but they still feel lost. That's because movement without meaning drains you. You can be running full speed and still be going nowhere if you're running the wrong direction. Purpose is the compass that ensures you're on the right path. It gives your struggle context. It makes the sacrifices worth it when the journey gets hard, and it always does. Your purpose reminds you that it's worth continuing. Finding your purpose isn't always easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes introspection. It takes pain. It takes experience. Sometimes it takes losing everything to discover what truly matters to you. But once you find it, once you lock in on that deeper reason for being, everything changes. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand your lane. You stop second-guessing your value because you understand your mission. You stop being distracted by negativity because you understand your destination. Purpose-driven people walk differently. They think differently. They don't get easily swayed by trends or public opinion because they're not living to impress others. They're living to fulfill their calling. They show up to life every day with energy because they're fueled by something internal, not external. That's the kind of strength that doesn't fade with time. That's the kind of strength that adversity can't shake. Knowing your purpose also makes you incredibly focused. You begin to filter your decisions through a new lens. If it doesn't align with your purpose, you don't waste energy on it. You stop engaging in pointless drama. You stop saying yes to things that drain you. You protect your time, your energy, your focus, because you know what you're building. This level of clarity creates momentum. It sharpens your execution. And over time, it produces results that others admire, even if they never understand your process. But purpose doesn't just give you strength in the good times. It sustains you in the hard times. There will be seasons when nothing makes sense, when the world seems to be against you, when everything feels like it's falling apart. In those moments, people without purpose fold. They get discouraged and quit. But people with purpose dig in. They lean into the storm because they know there's a reason they're going through it. They understand that the pain has a purpose, that the challenge is part of the calling, that the fire is refining something greater within them. And sometimes your purpose is bigger than you. Sometimes the reason you're here isn't just for your own benefit, but to inspire others, to lead others, to lift others. There are people watching your life right now who will be impacted by your resilience. Your example may be the reason someone else doesn't give up. When you know your purpose, you understand that quitting is no longer a personal decision. It's a decision that affects everyone who's counting on you. That realization gives you a deeper kind of motivation. You're no longer just fighting for yourself. You're fighting for legacy, for family, for the future. Purpose brings power. It makes you more disciplined. It makes you more intentional. When you know why you're doing something, you give it everything. You stop going through the motions. You stop showing up halfway. You operate with a sense of urgency because you know your time matters. Your work matters. Your work matters. Your life matters. You start living on purpose, not by accident. But living with purpose also means letting go of things that no longer serve you. Old habits, negative people, limiting beliefs. You can't step into your full potential while clinging to things that keep you small. Purpose forces you to grow. It demands that you evolve. Because when you're serious about your mission, you'll do whatever it takes to become the person who can fulfill it. You'll get uncomfortable. You'll sacrifice comfort for growth. You'll endure temporary pain for long-term impact. That's the strength of someone driven by purpose. They're willing to go through the fire because they know what's on the other side. One of the most dangerous things in life is not failure, it's success without purpose. There are people who have money, influence, fame, and still feel empty inside. That's because they chase goals without understanding the why behind them. They climb the ladder only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. But when your success is connected to your purpose, it brings fulfillment, it brings joy, it brings peace. You don't have to pretend to be happy. You are happy because you know you're doing what you were meant to do. And you don't have to have all the answers to walk in purpose. You just need to start. You need to take the next step, even if you're unsure. You need to act in faith, trusting that clarity will come as you move forward. Purpose isn't about having a perfect plan. It's about being aligned with your deeper why. It's about listening to that inner voice that calls you to more, that nudges you to rise. That reminds you that you were made for something greater than just surviving. Don't let fear block you from discovering your purpose. Don't let the opinions of others keep you from pursuing it. Don't let failure convince you that you're not worthy of it. Everything you've been through, every hardship, every setback, every closed door has been preparing you for something. Nothing was wasted. It all shaped you. It all taught you. It all led you here. And now you have a choice. Will you live your life on purpose, or will you let life happen to you? The people who change the world are not always the most talented or the most gifted. They are the most purposeful. They are the ones who are willing to stay committed to something greater than themselves. They are the ones who get back up every time they fall. They are the ones who push through criticism, setbacks, and obstacles because their vision is clear. And when your vision is clear, your strength is unstoppable. Your purpose is not just a nice idea. It's your power source. It's your foundation. It's your fuel. It's what turns ordinary people into extraordinary forces. So if you've been feeling lost, empty, or unsure, it's time to dig deeper. Ask yourself, why am I here? What am I called to do? What legacy do I want to leave behind? When you answer those questions, everything else begins to align. Your strength will rise. Your confidence will grow. Your resilience will be unbreakable. You don't need perfect circumstances to live with purpose. You don't need approval from others. You don't need everything to make sense. What you need is a decision, a commitment, a choice to stop wandering and start living with intention. Once you make that choice, you'll unlock a level of strength you never knew existed. And that strength, rooted in purpose, will carry you through anything life throws your way. Every individual walking this earth has something powerful buried deep within them, a light, a voice, a force that was placed inside them before they were even born. But the truth is, most people never tap into it. They go their whole lives living small, not because they're not capable of greatness, but because they never believed they were worthy of it. This is why belief in yourself is so critical. Without it, nothing else matters. Without belief, talent lies dormant. Without belief, talent lies belief. Potential goes unused. Without belief, dreams die before they ever get the chance to live. But when you believe in yourself, truly, deeply, unshakably, you awaken something fierce. You unlock your inner strength and you become unstoppable. The world will always have opinions about who you are and what you're capable of. People will doubt you. They'll tell you what you can't do. They'll try to box you in based on your past, your failures, your mistakes, or where you come from. But let me tell you something. Nobody gets to write your story but you. Nobody has the authority to put a limit on your future except the person staring back at you in the mirror. If you want to win in life, if you want to become the person you were created to be, it starts with one thing. You must believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. And believing in yourself isn't about arrogance or pretending you're perfect. It's not about being the loudest or having all the answers. It's about having the quiet confidence that no matter what happens, you will rise. It's about knowing that you were built for the storm, that you got a purpose, a passion, and a power that can't be denied. That doesn't come from other people clapping for you. That comes from within. It comes from knowing what you've been through, what you've survived, and what you still carry in your heart. You have to be your biggest believer, because if you don't believe in you, how can you expect anyone else to? People are drawn to confidence, to conviction, to people who carry themselves like they belong. And here's the truth. You do belong. You belong in the conversation. You belong on the stage. You belong in the fight for you. But the only way you'll get there is if you believe it first, before the recognition, before the validation, before the success. You got to see it in your mind before you can hold it in your hand. Belief is the foundation of every great achievement. No invention, no breakthrough, no movement ever started without someone first having the courage to believe that something better was possible. Every champion, every leader, every visionary started with belief. They believed when they had no money. They believed when they had no support. They believed when they were laughed at, rejected, misunderstood, and overlooked. What separated them from everyone else wasn't just talent. It was the belief that their dreams were valid and their efforts would not be in vain. Let's be real. It's easy to believe in yourself when everything's going right. When the doors are opening, when the crowd is cheering, when the path is clear. But the true test of belief is in the struggle. When nothing is working, when your plans fall apart, when failure knocks you down. That's when belief matters most. That's when you have to look in the mirror and say, I still got this. Even with tears in your eyes, even when your confidence is shaky, even when the voices in your head are screaming doubt. You push through anyway, because deep down, you know that this isn't how your story ends. Belief is a decision. It's a daily choice to stand tall in the face of fear. It's waking up and choosing to keep going even when you don't feel like it. It's refusing to let failure define you. It's getting back up every single time life knocks you down. And the more you practice belief, the stronger it becomes. So you start building a track record with yourself. You prove to yourself that you're dependable, that you follow through, that you're not a quitter. And that builds momentum. That builds confidence. That builds an identity rooted in strength. But here's something powerful. Belief also inspires others. When you believe in yourself, you give permission to others to believe in themselves. Your courage becomes contagious. Your strength becomes a beacon. There's someone watching you right now, hoping you make it. Because if you do, it proves that they can too. So your belief isn't just for you, it's a gift to the world. Your belief has the power to break generational cycles. Your belief has the power to change communities. Your belief has the power to create legacy. Now, don't confuse belief with perfection. You don't have to have it all figured out to believe in yourself. You can have doubts and still move forward. You can make mistakes and still be destined for greatness. Belief doesn't mean never falling. It means never staying down. It means knowing that failure is feedback, not a finish line. That every setback is a setup for a comeback. That every no brings you closer to a yes. When you believe, you don't need guarantees. You just need the guts to try. And sometimes belief looks like starting small. It looks like setting the alarm and actually getting up. It looks like making one more call, writing one more page, taking one more step. You don't have to take giant leaps every day, but you do have to show up. You do have to show up. You do have to commit. You do have to move. Because belief without action is just wishful thinking. Real belief demands proof. It demands sacrifice. It demands hustle. It demands discipline. And it's not tied to what the world says about you. It's tied to what you choose to believe about yourself. So speak life into your dream. Speak power into your name. Look your fears in the face and declare, I will not quit. I will not be defeated. I believe in me. Say it so loud that your doubts can't hear themselves think. Say it until it becomes your truth, until it becomes your instinct, until it becomes your default setting. Because once belief becomes your default, everything changes. You stop playing small. You stop settling. You stop letting fear make your decisions. You begin to walk in purpose. You begin to attract opportunities. You begin to live fully, unapologetically, and intentionally. And even when life tests you, anyway, you'll respond with resilience, not retreat. You'll respond with faith, not fear. You'll respond with strength, not shrinking. So if you've been questioning yourself, doubting your path, shrinking your dreams to fit into a box, stop. Today is the day you reclaim your belief. Today is the day you remember who you are, not who they said you were, not who your failures tried to convince you to be, who you really are. You are powerful. You are capable. You are worthy. You are ready. And if the world hasn't told you lately, let me be the first. I believe in you. But more importantly, it's time for you to believe in you. That belief is the key that unlocks everything. That belief is the foundation of your strength. That belief is how you rise.